Hey, I'm Charlie. I'm a senior at Centennial, and you're listening to the West Ada Podcast.
There are just so many things that you get to do within this district. Kids walk across the stage and they know that they're going to have options in both career and college pathways. That's vital for us. There's nothing better than, and not to bring up my medical situation again, but as I'm sitting at the hospital, meeting with these great doctors and this great medical team and having them say, yeah, I actually went through the CNA program. I got my start in West Ada.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
Right there warms your heart. We're making an impact in this community, and that's important for us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new season. A new school year starts this week.
Heck yeah, season 4 of the West Ada Podcast.
I love it.
And we get to film from brand new Independence Elementary School.
It is our 60th school. And so, yeah, if you're listening, you're like, it sounds like it always does. But if you're watching on YouTube,
you're going to want to watch this one on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, Independence Elementary. We're sitting here in the library. And just a very cool way for us to kick off the year with Dr. Bub running down just a bunch of the stuff that hopefully all of you teachers, parents, families,
students,
a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, everything to look forward to this year. Lots of cool things coming, lots of awesome things staying the same. And so we're just really excited to kick off another school year and hear from Dr. Bub. And
we have a very kind of cool, we said we're here at Independence Elementary. Jeff Christopherson is our principal here. And
Dr. Bub couldn't have made a better choice to have Mr. Christopherson here. He has the energy and the excitement with the kids.
Absolutely. And trying to build a staff and all the things that go into to opening a new school, it's pretty amazing. But we've talked Student Pulse a lot, but we haven't had the littles. And to have Mr. Christopherson here with
some elementary kids,
anyway,
it's going to be fun.
We are excited to have you here. We're here with Dr. Bub. We're here with Jeff and the kids. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we are, season number 4 of the West Ada Podcast, and in the library at Independence Elementary. I mean, Dr. Bub, you got to be a little bit pumped.
Hey, it is incredibly exciting. Here we are at school number 60. It is. We've seen this thing from the ground for what was a field to where it is today, and it feels like a major accomplishment for a lot of people. So
it is a major accomplishment. Many people, many hands went to work on this building.
Well, I mean, I feel like we broke around, I don't know, last July. Is that right? I think last July. And so, 13 months later, here we are sitting here.
Here we are. It feels like it went very quickly. A lot has transpired in West Ada. A lot has transpired out here, from hiring of teachers, hiring of principals, to registering of students. We are ready to go, and we're going to open up another great school in West Ada School District.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, and you had an eventful summer.
I had an eventful summer, and I would just say this. I'm always appreciative of our community and our teachers and our staff and our students. Never have I been able to be so appreciative. The outpouring of support that I've had with some of my different health concerns has been honestly just this beacon of light during challenging times. But we do hard things in West Ada.
Yeah, we do.
And I have to exemplify that a little bit, and unfortunately I have to exemplify that a little bit. We're going to do hard things, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to have a great school year. I'm looking forward to that.
Part of being a leader, yeah.
Yeah, and how cool is it that you have such an amazing executive team around you that no one's even skipped a beat. I mean, Ken and I work all summer, and everything has been smooth sailing. So kudos to you, Dr. Bub.
I was having a discussion with our board chair, Lori Frazier, and I said, Lori, we're built for this. And it is true. I did not intend to test us for this. That was not my intent. But West Ada is built for this. We have great leaders from starting in the classroom, our leaders are our custodians walking around our schools, our building leaders, our principals, and our executive team has just stepped up monumentally in this last couple months as I've gone through this and been able to really take some additional tasks on, and I've been able to dive in as well. It has not at all altered the great things that we're doing within this school district.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Speaking of great things, I mean, here we are at Independence Elementary, right? We're going to open with a full house. Kids are ready. Teachers are ready. It's going to be awesome. But other major building projects, I mean, we just full steam ahead in West Ada.
We are full steam ahead. And, I think something that's really exciting about a school like this is, to my knowledge, the first school that we've been able to build really based on some of the legislation that was passed to be able to provide some school funding and be able to address the growth within our district without impacting local taxes. That's pretty incredible. So we can really say this school was built without impacting any of our local taxpayers, without adding a bond on there, without adding a plant facility levy on there, still with an incredibly low tax rate. And we're able to build schools, and we're able to address the needs of the community. We recognize that there are continued needs, whether it be growth in one area over another area, which is a prime example here, or remodeling and redoing some schools. We're able to do some of those major projects without having to go and ask for our taxpayers to continue to contribute. And so we're excited about that. We're extremely thankful for our legislature who came up with, I would say, different ways of thinking about the way we fund schools and different opportunities for us. We're able to capitalize on that and do some great things for the kids in our community, for the teachers in our community. We know that Star Elementary was impacted. I don't think there's any question there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That school was impacted. So this school you don't just benefit by being at this school. It actually benefits the kids at Star Elementary. We were able to adjust boundaries on this entire side of the district. And so being able to do all of those things without having to say, hey, you know what, we need to put this burden on the backs of our taxpayers has been really beneficial for us.
Well, and our organization is so large. I mean, there are so many moving parts in opening a school. You've seen all those moving parts. I mean, is it daunting? What's the last 13 months been like from your chair?
Yeah, I mean, so I will say this, Ken, it's so interesting because I get to sit back and watch all of these moving parts and things that you don't even think about within a school. Where do you line up for a fire drill? I was having a great conversation with Jeff, and how many trash cans do we have?
So many logistics.
There is so many logistics. And so when we were first envisioning, like, what is this going to look like? How are we going to build the school? We thought that was the hard part, right? The architecture, obviously that's difficult. Putting the walls up, that's all difficult. But there's all of these nuances that goes into a school that oftentimes happen autopilot and we don't really think about. But Jeff's done a great job working with his team to say, hey, this is how it's going to be at Independence Elementary. And we're excited to start the year off that way. And we've got a great leader here who's had experience in working in schools. And so it's absolutely a lot. But from a logistical standpoint, we have so many people. Dave Reinhardt has done a tremendous job. Our architecture team, our construction management team, everybody has just leaned in to say, hey, we're going to get this thing done. We're going to get it done in the right way. And not very often do you get to say, hey, school's going to be done on time, because there's always hiccups within construction.
I mean, anyone that's built a house, right? I mean,
Listen, Mother Nature even helped out a little bit because we had a nice winter where we didn't have a lot of snow delays. So
that's cool. And the growth isn't only here in the north in Star. We have some exciting things to look forward to at Lake Hazel Elementary, right? Like what's going on out there in the south.
Incredible. Another example of how we can leverage the dollars that we've received from the legislature to be able to, again, build a school, address growth. Lake Hazel is interesting because it has been a school. Obviously, it's a school for us as we see now. But we were able to evaluate that school, determine that doing repairs or upgrading or remodeling that school was cost prohibitive when we look at the possibilities of building a new school with a higher capacity behind it. We're able to address some of the needs at Hillsdale from a capacity standpoint if needed. We just don't have that leverage right now with a small school at Lake Hazel. And so building a bigger school that's going to have some opportunities to be able to address growth in other areas, including some of the areas I would say on the southeast side of the district. We're gonna see there's brand new developments out there. So we're growing all over the place, which is exciting. As I speak to different people around the United States that are involved in schools, when we get to say we're growing, we're doing something right. That's an exciting thing.
Well, and I think it's kind of interesting, I think, for our patrons to even realize just how big West Ada is. I mean, even driving here today from our district offices out to here, it's like a 40-minute drive. I mean, anyway, it's large. There are a lot of moving parts.
There are a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sorry, go ahead, Katie.
No, I was just going to say, Dr. Bubb brought up being able to do all this without it being on the backs of the taxpayers. And of course, we're taxpayers, parents in the district. And, in July, I think we got our tax assessments from Ada County. And I'm looking at that. And my kids are in the district. My oldest graduated with all these CTE certifications and EMT, a nationally registered EMT, some fire science program. Yeah. And we're adding more to those CTE offerings, right? And I think I pay maybe $10 a year in taxes from my 3 kids to get all of that. It's crazy.
It's incredible. When you sit down and you look at the programs, because listen, you'll see places maybe with zero taxes or low taxes. When you look at the programs, I think I paid $10 as well on my taxes. The programs that you get in West Data, from pharmaceutical to EMT to welding to auto repair, I mean, there are just so many things that you get to do within this district. Kids walk across the stage and they know that they're going to have options in both career and college pathways. That's vital for us. There's nothing better than, and not to bring up my medical situation again, but as I'm sitting at the hospital, meeting with these great doctors and this great medical team and having them say, yeah, I actually went through the CNA program. I got my start in West Data.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
Right there warms your heart. We're making an impact in this committee and this community, and that's important for us.
Well, and Katie's talking about the CTE programs, all those things, but the new CTE center, how is that going to help us take, those next steps?
Another example of, to be honest with you, our board really jumping in and saying, how can we continue to address the needs of our community, from expanding CTE programs, from doing all of those things, while also being very fiscally responsible. When we looked originally at the possibility of building a CTE center, we looked at this a while back, and we had some options out at Hawaii High School. Some of those estimates reached $75 million. We were able to build that center, or to take over that center for $12 million, $13 million. That's a fiscally responsible move for us. And now, yes, we're going to have to put some money into that building to make it what we need it to be, to make sure that kids have the lab spaces that they need. But it expands all of those things. And so it's just one more example that I think our board has set forth to say, hey, you know what? There are opportunities for all of us, and we just have to be really responsible with how we spend our money.
Sure.
Because obviously we don't have, this
unlimited budget.
We have a budget. We have a lot of people to answer to. We want to make sure that we spend our money very wisely. And I think our board does a really good job managing that, to make sure that our funds are used and we get the best bang for our buck, if that's a good firm.
I love it.
Are there any, do you have any, maybe like a teaser of any programs we're considering adding?
So last year we started looking at like ATV and UTV repair. And I think that's been wildly popular. I think we're continuing to look at the possibility of, without everybody calling me, but the possibility of cosmetology. I think that's always something that we're really interested in. And so we're just kind of going through. We want to make sure that it's a program. One of the things that the CTE director and I have said is we want programs on wheels, because we don't know how long a program is going to be. We may at one point have so many welders in the world that we don't need welders anymore. Right. And we want to be able to meet the needs of our community. Today, welding's very popular. Our welders go out and they a lot of times go to Idaho State and get some type of secondary training, or a lot of times go right into the workforce, which is great. But we want to make sure that we can be agile enough to, if that changes to electricians, or if that changes to whatever it might be, occupation X that we don't know about, we want to be able to meet those needs.
Yeah. Well, that's a testament to our community partners, our industry partners.
Oh, sure.
We really work hard to make sure that we're aligned with, Department of Labor and Workforce Development, and like you said, all the industry partners who can really make sure that we're preparing kids for careers that are relevant.
Which is what education looks like today, right? I mean, I think we would look back, even when I was a kid, and I would say, for sure when I was a kid, we looked at education and it was just like, well, you just go to math and English and this is what you do. And if you're not really good at those things, you're going to maybe get some training over here, but that's the best we can do. Today, we are the largest workforce development organization in the state of Idaho. We're proud of that. We feel like there's a responsibility and even a promise and commitment to our community that we're going to continue to thrive in that area.
Wow.
Well, and we kind of shifting gears a little bit. We've talked a lot on the podcast about the academic focus and some of the academic success that we've had, in the last few years. The numbers keep going up. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's got to be cool, gratifying. I mean, how do you react when you see those numbers continuing to improve in the classroom?
Yeah, I obviously people know that I'm a big fan of CTE, and we do some great things with CTE, but that's one side of the house, right?
Oh, sure.
Then we have this academic side that we are so fortunate to have amazing people that work within our schools. And, I'll start with our teachers.
Of course.
Teachers sitting in front of the kids every single day who continue to push the envelope. But it really comes down to these systems that we've put in place. And oftentimes when you look at test scores, we talk about what does the process look like rather than what does the product look like. Meaning, yes, the test scores are really important, but I don't sit down on May 15th when test scores start rolling in and go, oh gosh, I wonder what happened. I'm pretty confident of what's going to happen because what happened in November, what happened in October, what happened in September, we're able to track that and we're able to intervene. We know we have great teachers in the classroom. We know we have amazing community. We have amazing kids. But what are we doing to help those students that maybe don't get it right away? How can we help that? And that's the product of West Ada. That is what we do a great job of. That's what we continue to work towards. And we turn the lights out here.
It's
we're
funny.
we're being fiscally responsible, turning the lights off.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that we're kind of in the dark, and I'm okay with that. You know what? This is how the sauce gets made sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if we wave our arms, if maybe it's motion activate. I don't know. Regardless, if you're watching on YouTube, enjoy the.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. This is how we save money.
We're just gonna keep going.
We're just gonna roll with it.
We'll make it work. Yeah.
But yeah, Dr. Webb, like you said, I mean, our teachers, everyone's just doing a phenomenal job getting our kids to where they need to be. But like our kids really are they're showing what they're knowing, right?
It's so fun to see our teachers, and I'm going to give Rhonda a huge
Rhonda
shout
McDonough.
out. Rhonda McDonough has done such a tremendous job taking professional development and making it, instead of this thing I have to go to, really making it this thing that I can take and I can go put back in my classroom or I can go put back in my school, and it'll make us better as a district. But I just can't not talk about what our teachers have to do every single day. And it's very easy to sit on top of the world and say, hey, we're the highest test score. We have the highest test scores in math. We have the highest test scores in ELA, and we have the highest reading proficiency. But instead our teachers say, and we're at 82% of our kids. 82% of our kids are reading at proficiency at the end of third grade. It's very easy to say, okay, well, we got there. And here's what I hear from our staff. What if we got to 85%? What if we got to 88%? That's what makes this place special. Those are the people that make it happen every single day in our schools. And Rhonda's done a great job leading that team and welcoming in Cliff Rice. And Cliff's going to do a tremendous job on how do we support those students on the other side, really working on that student support side to make sure that every kid has a pathway forward.
Okay, I'm going to pause real quick and see if we can fix the lights.
And we have light. So how about that? Those motion lights, they really do save up pennies here and there, right?
This is how the sausage gets made. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Dr. Webb, you were talking about Rhonda and the great professional development she's offering. And Ken and I were fortunate to interview her along with Dr. Michael McDowell, who did some great things in our district last school year. And we're seeing the evidence of that work right in the classrooms. What are our focuses for the upcoming year?
Oh my gosh. This is the greatest part in education. We always are looking at what's the new thing? What's the shiny thing? Our focus is exactly what our focus was last year.
Yeah.
And that I think that makes people settle a little bit and say, hey, you know what we're doing is right. Rhonda has really started with this ignite idea, and it's easy to ignite things, right? People get excited about new things, and now she's working in this embed area to say, okay, now how do we make it our daily practice? Ignite is that hey, we're trying it. Oh my gosh, it worked, and you start to feel that fire. Embed is really where we challenge our leaders, we challenge our teachers to say this is going to be part of our everyday practice, and so that was the exciting thing. We brought our administrators back yesterday, and I think from them hearing the overwhelming sigh of relief when we said we're doing the same thing, and consistency is what wins championships, and we really believe in that. And Rhonda's done a great job. Really bringing that home, and we're going to add some new subject areas, and we're going to have different focuses, things like that. But we're going to be consistent. We're going to be focused on that, and make sure that we're consistently moving forward.
Well, if our teachers haven't heard already, I can probably hear them right now listening to this podcast cheering, because it's been that way forever in education, right? The new shiny thing, and it's fun to not have the pendulum swing this year.
Absolutely,
that's great.
Yeah. Well, again, kind of shifting gears a little bit. I mean, more so for our families. Attendance. We talked this summer about attendance and how that's changing and what that looks like. Can you give us a look into what that looks like moving forward?
Absolutely. I mean, so we sat down and we looked at our attendance policy. We looked at how we take attendance, and I heard from patrons, I heard from kids, I heard from staff. Attendance is hard and it's confusing. And, when do I have to bring in a note? When do I don't bring in a note? How do I report attendance? And that could be different from site to site. And so, policy is really set by the board, and our board sat down with us and said, how do we fix this? How do we make this better?
Right.
And so I think you're going to see some really exciting things when it comes to attendance. At one point, we had like 16 to 20 codes. We've now narrowed that to really 4 codes. We're going to give some kids some opportunities for self-directed learner opportunities that is aligned with state legislation. So if kids are not in, we recognize that kids learn in school. We have obviously kids learn in school, but we also respect and understand that if they're out of school, there's also learning opportunities there. And I hope that our kids learn everywhere. And so being able to document that and make sure that we're able to quantify that has been really important for us, making it easier on our teachers, making it easier on our students, making it easier on our parents.
Amen.
And
Easy over there, parent Rodenbaugh.
And I don't want to take it away, making it easier on the people that are in charge of attendance at our schools. Our attendance people do an amazing job, but it's complex, it's difficult. And if we meet that goal with technology, with the human touch, I think we're going in the right direction. It won't be perfect every day. Attendance is still a challenge, but we want to get one step closer to making it easier for all of those stakeholder groups.
Hey, I have a little teaser for the parents out there. Being a parent myself, we've been testing all summer with our IT teams and all the folks who do this, and the system that I think is coming forward for parents to report attendance or absences is so much better and so slick. Like, I'm not looking forward to my kids missing school, but also I know that it's going to be a pretty easy 1-step, 2-step process.
You're not dreading it anymore. And there used to be those days, right? I have students that went through West Data.
My husband
and I was like, Becky, I need you to take care of calling the kids in because it's difficult. And so we're very, very fortunate. And the IT, you're right. A lot of kudos to the IT team. They've done so much work towards this and making sure that it's going to be easier on everybody. I'm very confident.
Yep.
Of that.
Well, and you touched on the self-directed learning thing. That's going to be one aspect of it. And that's, Katie and I are both part of our communications team. So that's incumbent upon us as part of the comms team to make sure that parents understand that. I think one of the other cool things that's happening this year is the way we are improving communication. Talking Points is a new platform that we're bringing out. Can you just touch on that a little bit about how that will hopefully make life better, easier for everyone as well?
Yeah, communications is interesting because we always want to meet people where they're at. The 30 years ago, maybe 50 years ago, meeting people where they're at, there are really only a few modes of communication, right? You're either getting it from the newspaper, you're getting it from television. There just weren't that many modes.
Walter Cronkite has retired.
Absolutely. Today, they're getting it from podcasts. They're getting it from social media. They're getting it from all of these modes. And so it's really important for us to dial in and say, hey, well, how can we best meet our patrons and make sure that we're communicating information? But there's also this thing that's a very real threat, which is over communication. And I think
white noise,
some of those things where we say, hey, you know what, we're actually going to pull back. And so, there's some things that we've talked about internally and externally. Do we pull back on some communication pieces? Do we need to have a newsletter that comes out from the school, from the teacher, from the superintendent, from, at some point you get inundated with your information and you go, listen, I'm going to stop reading. So we want to avoid that as well.
Right.
Our communication, not just because you guys are there, our communications team has been incredible and really trying to be strategic about what things go out, when they go out. I just had a sneak peek at what back to school is going to look like and some of that communication. That's exciting. Those are the things that parents want, parents need as we head back into the school year. And I think people are going to see that with this little twist. I'll give credit to Michelle Edmonds. She's really said, listen, with all due respect, people love hearing from you. They really want to hear from kids. And so it's like,
we've heard that. We've heard that speech once or twice.
Absolutely. They want to hear from kids. And so I think my hope is that every piece of our communication has this little string of what's the kid experience? Because when I talk to kids, I get inspired. I feel like we're having an impact. And getting that voice out there, everybody that knows me knows I truly believe in my heart student voice is important. That's why I have these committees with students on them and all those things.
Yeah.
But getting that out there to say, hey, this is what our lived experience is, good or bad, is important for us. And Michelle's done a great job making sure that we are strategic about that, and we're always making sure that their voice is heard.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about Talking Points too, though, is like it's going to allow our teachers to text directly with our families, and you don't have to download an app. And so I think that's just, again, making things easier.
Yeah,
not
another app to download. I love that. Gosh. That's my favorite part of it when we're testing it. So that's super cool. And Dr. Webb, something else, you're big on student voice, and you're also big on student involvement. And I've heard you say many, many times, students who are involved in school have a higher likelihood of graduating and being successful. Mm-hmm. And another thing that we're doing to kind of make that involvement easier is we've moved to something called Rank 1. Yeah. And I know as a parent of athletes and kids who are involved, like doing that registration, doing those physicals, paying for activities, we've really moved to a one-stop shop with Rank 1, correct?
Yeah, that's the goal. And I know change is hard, and every time we change systems, we never change for the same system. And what I mean by that is, if we know that change is difficult on families, we have to re-register, and I've got to do all these things, but it's because we see and we believe that there is a greater good out there. And the greater good for this is being able to mainstream all those systems, put them all together, and be able to communicate, be able to receive information in a very streamlined fashion. Rank 1 is not a brand new organization. This is not a next shiny thing. Rank 1's been around for a long time. They have a robust system in the state of Texas, and so they've been tried and true. And we just really believe that this is going to help us to mainstream athletics and activities participation. And where that does help is I don't ever want one of our systems to stop a student from participation. And so being able to track that, being able to assist with that, making sure that our kids obviously are in healthy condition and have their physicals uploaded, we have parent permissions and all of those things, is vital part of running a system like ours.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Well, and I know people might be being like, what? There's so much communication stuff, but then there's this kudos piece as well, which is going to allow our teachers to recognize our kids for the cool things they do. I mean, I think, they say like 7 positive comments for every 1 negative. How important is it to recognize the cool things our kids are doing?
Yeah. So I'll kind of go back. We gave a survey, November of last year, and we'll give it again. And it really is this school experience survey, we'll call it. We gave it to staff, we gave it to parents, we gave it to students. And one of the things that we overwhelmingly heard is, listen, I hear from my school when they need something from me, or my student is in trouble, or all of those things. And I'll go back to when I was a principal, and I vividly remember, because one of the best things I could do is call parents when kids did great things. That's not always systematic. And so, even as a principal, I was able to do that and say, hey, you know what, whoever it might be, Mr. or Mrs., Johnny was in the hall today, and these are the things I caught Johnny doing, and he was doing great things. And you should be proud that when he leaves your direct supervision, that he's still an amazing kid. And that's not just because you're standing there. He does that behind your back too. And those are really good things to hear as a parent. I will tell you, as a principal, those conversations made my day. I was able to call somebody, and they were always like, oh, gosh, Mr. Bub, why are you calling me? What did my kid do? No, he's actually amazing. I just want to say, you have a great kid, and you've done a great job raising that kid. So the Kudos app is really centered around that mentality. And it's an easy way. We don't all have, our teachers with kids, teaching kids all the time. Our principals are working their tails off. Our assistant principals are working really hard. And so taking the time to be able to acknowledge that and really getting that out to our parents is hard, especially when you have so many other distractions or barriers. So this is for us an opportunity for us to an internal app. Parents don't have to download anything, but it's an internal app for us to be able to say, hey, you know what? Ken did some great things today, and I just think you need to hear more of that.
I need to hear more of that.
I just need you to know as a parent that Ken's an amazing kid, and you don't always get to see that. And I'm going to tell you what it does is, I hope the conversation around the dinner table is around the great things that Ken's doing. And my hope is that then when maybe Ken is going to mess up sometime, because we all make mistakes.
Sure, absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
And then we start to say, yeah, you know what? It's a mistake, and Ken made a bad decision, whatever it might be. But I know we all are paddling in the same direction to make sure that Ken knows the difference between right and wrong. And 99% of the time, Ken's going to make great decisions. And most of our kids do. But we just don't take the time when a kid does something bad, we take the time to
100%.
tell the parents
Right,
that it was bad. Trust me.
Right. Sure.
But when a kid does something good, we don't always take the time to say, hey, you know what? Ken's a pretty good kid. And Ken's probably a bad name for this. We'll use Mike. Mike's a pretty good kid.
That tracks. That makes sense.
But parenting is hard, and you're just day in and day out trying to like do the best you can for your kids. And my kids just happened to be at schools last year that were testing this. I didn't know that we were just part of a test thing, and all of a sudden I started getting these emails like, Will did this today, and they were very specific. Like, Jack helped a friend in PE class who didn't know what they were doing. We really like to see that kind of behavior, and it just really gave me that little bump in joy to like keep going as a parent, you know?
The first time I had a parent approached me about it, she came to me and she said, Derek, I think there's something wrong with your system. I got this email and it looks like somebody, no, it's actually a real email. This is what we do. And it feels great for teachers because a lot of times the response is, well, interesting enough, my kid actually loves your class. And so thanks so much for acknowledging that. Yeah. And, I probably hadn't taken the time to acknowledge it back.
Yes,
and so there it is reciprocal. It's great for our kids, great for our community, great for our teachers. I'm excited about this. It's a huge priority for us.
Well, listen, we've hit on a bunch of different subjects.
It's going to be a great year.
You can talk all day about
keep
a
doing
new
this.
year. Yeah. Anything that we haven't talked about that you're like, hey, Ken, Katie, we should have talked about X, or have we kind of covered it?
No, I mean, what I really get excited about in West Ada, we continue to serve a huge population in the area. We are excited about that. We're excited about continuing to push the envelope when it comes to educational opportunities. And this is a great place to go to school. It's a great place to learn. It's a great place to work. We're just so fortunate to have an amazing community that's going to come to the table and make sure that their kids are going to be educated at a level that they expect in a way that they expect.
So good.
Thanks for your time, Dr. Bob. We're really looking forward to another awesome, your 6th year at the
Sixth
helm.
year, here we go. Yes.
It's like open that present, right?
I had a full head of hair before they started, by the way.
Crazy. Well, Dr. Bob, thank you. And Katie, I mean, this time our Student Pulse section we've always talked to high schoolers in our Student Pulse section. This time, it's a little bit different. You want to describe?
I mean, we are at Independence Elementary.
Yes.
So Mr. Christopherson, the principal here, has pulled together a group of kids in all age ranges that we're going to hear from next to see what they're most excited about at Independence L.
Don't go anywhere. Student Pulse coming up.
Support West Ada students and you could win big. The West Ada Activities and Athletics fundraiser helps fund school sports, clubs, and programs across the district. For every $50 ticket, you're entered to win exciting prizes like a car, golf cart, or ATV. And every dollar goes directly to the school program that sold the ticket. Make a difference and enter today at the link in today's show notes.
Hi, my name is Jeff Christopherson, and I'm the principal here at Independence Elementary. And I am super excited because today I get to talk with some of our very first Ospreys. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good.
All right. So we're going to start with just one word, okay? What is one word to describe how you're feeling about our brand new school here at Independence?
Excited.
Excited. Okay. Do you want to pass the microphone?
Happy.
Happy.
Excited.
Excited again.
Excited.
Excited. Do you want to pass it?
Excited.
Excited. Okay. I'm super excited too. Follow-up question on that. What are you most excited about? So think about your answer for a moment. Is it seeing the new students, seeing your classroom, the new play structure, swing set? What are you most excited about?
Our new principal.
Whoa, your new principal. I like that answer.
Playing with my friends.
Playing with your friends.
I'm excited about my new teacher.
Awesome.
I'm excited for my new teacher too. I'm excited about all the new teachers.
Super cool. I'm also really excited about the new teachers, and I'm excited for just all the new students as well. It's going to be so much fun. Raise your hand if you're really excited that we have a swing set. Yeah, I thought so. I'm excited that we have a swing set. Double hands up. I love that. Okay. Our mascot is the Osprey. I'm going to ask you about what you think about the mascot Osprey. So, give me a quick little show of hands here. Have you heard of an Osprey before? Hands up if you've heard of an osprey before. A couple of you. Okay. Well, an osprey is a super cool bird. We actually have them living here in Star. They live all over the place. It's a type of raptor. It's got super cool things. It's got really sharp talons. It's got great eyesight. It's a really cool bird. It's our mascot, and I think it's pretty cool that we have them living here in Star. Okay, so if you think about our mascot, the osprey, if you could give it a superpower, so if you think about our mascot, the osprey, if you could give it a superpower, what superpower would you give to our osprey, our mascot?
Mind control.
Mind control?
Invisibility.
Magnolia?
Ice power.
Ice powers.
Teleportation. Super strength.
How about here at school? So we're going to be the Osprey, and you're going to hear us talk about the Osprey Way. So when we're here at school, we are all Osprey. So what's something, thinking about the students that are going to be here at school, what's something that is going to make our students that are Ospreys, right, our students here, what's something that you want to see our students doing? What would it look like to be a great Osprey here at school? So maybe that's being kind. Maybe that's being a really good learner. What's something you want to see from your fellow students, your fellow Ospreys here at school?
Being helpful. Being nice. Kind. Being nice. Being kind.
Cool. We are a school after all, so now I'm going to ask you some questions about learning. Are you ready for that? Okay. I'm going to start with the best question. What is your favorite thing to learn about, your favorite thing to do at school? So, like, what's your favorite subject? Go ahead.
I like writing and reading.
Reading and writing. Awesome.
Math.
You like math?
I like PE. I like learning stuff. I like PE and math.
Ellie, what's your favorite thing to read and write about?
I like to make up my own stories to write about, and I like to read the Boxcar Children.
Love it. And tell me more about your favorite thing.
I like to write stories and read a lot, and then write about that book on like a piece of paper or something.
Perfect. We're in our library right now. There's lots of books around here. Are you excited to read some of the books in here?
Yeah.
Awesome. And you said your favorite thing is math?
Yes. And PE.
Math and PE. Here, can you have the microphone? You pass the microphone to your brother there? All right, what's your favorite thing to do in PE?
Sports.
All right, and Magnolia, you said learning stuff, which is like everything. What's your favorite thing to learn about?
Reading.
Reading. You excited to read some of the books in here? Okay, good. If you had a magic wand and you could give us something here at our school here, you had a magic, you get one wish. You can't wish for anything, or you can wish for anything. You get one wish. What's something you would wish for us to have here at school?
Probably $1 bazillion.
Lots of money. We would like that too. Magnolia, what would you like to see us have at our school here?
Book.
Just unlimited books? Okay.
Students to make friends.
So just all kinds of friendly students?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think you're going to find that here. We don't even need a magic wand for that. All right, Ellie, if you had a magic wand.
I would wish for a lot of people to be kind at our school.
I love it.
I would wish for a bunch of mini cars for kids to drive around the playground.
I love it. We do have a really cool playground out there, so I think you're going to have fun. All right, super fast. One word answer. What's your favorite recess game? Favorite thing to do at recess? Go.
Tag.
Play tag. Kennedy.
Hide and seek on the playground. Ghost in the graveyard.
Ooh. Magnolia, what's your favorite thing at recess?
Swings.
What is it?
Go on the swings.
On the swings.
Basketball.
Perfect. I've got a sentence for you. A fill-in-the-blank sentence. Are you ready? Okay. This year at Independence, I can't wait to blank. So this year at Independence, I can't wait to what? Go for it.
Learn.
Can't wait to learn.
Can't wait to read. I can't wait to learn more things in math. I can't wait to learn more things in math too.
I can't wait to make new friends.
I love it. Do you guys have any questions for me? What are you wondering about? I know you're curious. What are your questions? All right, we have a question in the back here. Do you want to pass the microphone back there?
Will we have kinder buddies?
Will we have kinder buddies? Is that something you've had at your schools before?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes.
All right. I think maybe we should have kinder buddies then. I'll talk to the kindergarten teachers.
Are we going to have a big field?
Are we going to have a big field? No. We're going to have 2 big fields. So, yeah, we have 2 pretty big fields out there.
Are we going to have monkey bars?
You know what? We don't have regular monkey bars, but we have a really cool playground for climbing on and swinging on. So it's not like the monkey bars you'd be used to, but I promise you there are so many things to climb on. It's super cool out there.
Will there be like any holiday parties?
You know what? One thing that I think very strongly about here at elementary school, I think that elementary school should be super fun. And I promise you we will have lots of times when we're celebrating all kinds of things.
Okay.
So, yeah. Any other questions? Is there anything you want to know about? Yeah.
Is there going to be donuts with grown-ups?
Is there going to be... I know at your old school you had donuts with grown-ups, right? Well, I like grown-ups, and I love donuts, so I think that's probably something we could do.
How many teachers are going to be in each grade?
That's a good question. We have 4 teachers in each grade level. Okay. So there'll be 4 of each grade level, and we'll have all of our classrooms full. So,
okay.
4 of each grade level. Yeah.
Will we have like no tardy parties?
You know what? I love parties, and I don't love when people are tardy. So I think, again, that sounds like something we definitely could
Okay.
do. Well, actually, here's my last question. Ready for school to start or
Yes.
want a little bit more summer? Those are your 2 choices. Ready for school to start right now, or I would love some more summer. Go for it.
Ready for school to start.
Ready for school. How about you?
Ready for school to start so we could have more summer when it comes summertime.
Got it. So you're ready for school now, summer later. Okay.
Ready for school.
Want more summer?
All right. Are you ready for school to start, or do you want more summer?
More school start.
You ready for school to start? All right. Well, I think that's awesome. I can't wait to open the doors. I can't wait to see students here. It's a little quiet here right now. It is going to be bustling here pretty soon. So I am super excited. I really appreciate you guys that you took the time to talk to me and answer my questions and ask me some questions. You guys excited to start this brand new school year at Independence?
Yeah.
All right. Can we say go Ospreys on the count of 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Ospreys!
Okay, well, the cute factor just pegged out at 11.
1,000% cute factor here with these kids. I mean, Mr. Christopherson could not have picked a better group of kids to represent his school.
Well, it's just so great, and it's just kind of cool to on opening week to have their perspective and all the things.
Yes. And you know, kids say the darndest things, so that's fun, and we're just so happy to have all of them here.
Well, thank you all as always for being here. A lot of things to think about. I mean, again, so first day of school is Wednesday. That's going to be a late start.
Late start.
So
Yep.
put that on your calendar. The new calendar is out. There's
Everything's on the website.
A lot of different resources, and our back to school guide.
Yes, everything you need. If you haven't already, check that back to school guide. All the links, all the resources are there. Super easy to find on the West Ada website, on your school website. We also have the handy bot on our website. It's down in the bottom right-hand corner. Search there if you can't find something.
Which it has improved a lot. We've been working on that this past summer as well. So it's just a lot of good things. So anyway, as always, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed getting to hear from Dr. Bub and all of the new and not so new. I love our academic team is just staying the course.
Yeah.
We're rocking it.
We're doing great. Let's keep it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from Dr. Bub and from Jeff Christopherson, thank you. And school number 60.
School number 60.
It's pretty cool.
It's a new school year. It's going to be a great year ahead.
Let's do it. Let's have a great year. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you soon.